Ever just go through the day and feel as if you can't change your life for the better? Everything has been decided for you and you have no choice in what you do, where, or say. Do you think we are living life the most? In this episode, we will be discussing what we truly mean by the words existing and living. Listen now.
Hey, you're listening to Mystic Dummies. This is your host, Jennifer.
And this is Siona.
This podcast is where we bring our life experiences, have conversations, and shine a light upon everyday mysteries.
From mysteries of this world to the mysteries of ourselves, we talk about it all.
If you're looking for a sign, this is it. Tune in to Mystic Dummies every week right here.
He who has a why to live for can bear with almost any how. The interpretation being that if we have clarity about what exactly is our objective or goal in life, then whatever obstacles arise, we can deal with them. It is difficult but not impossible to get through them. With determination and a strong will, we can accomplish whatever we set our mind to.
Exactly. It ties up with finding something that aligns with our purpose of being. If we have a reason pushing us to do something, then we can bear with any how. It is something that pushes us to wake up every single day. But if we ourselves don't know why we are doing what we are doing, we will eventually feel lost and stuck. But that is not a sign of failure. It is a sign for us to realign and find meaning and purpose. But see, we need to figure that ourselves. This is something I do so often. Sometimes when we get demotivated, we stop trying altogether because life didn't give us sweet lemonade.
Yes, life gives us lemons. It's in our hands how we use it. What is our intent with it?
In order to survive, we all need to do some basic tasks like paying your bills, buying food, or a house. Definitely,
Oh,
definitely, this needs us to get up and do work. The world is full of challenges, and sometimes it's like a battle to just get our basic requirements. But I do feel that many times we are so used to these struggles of life that we feel maybe this is how I'm supposed to live as well. Every part of society seems geared to tell us how important it is that we do what people normally do. But what is normal?
throughout time and space, normality in all eras always has been about getting a job, working more hours, and coming home. Maybe get a credit card so we can work more hours to pay it off. Working towards those 2 weeks or so every year when we can put our feet up or indulge in some glorious escapism. How can that be normal? If you have spent time with a child, you would tell them to do whatever makes them happy. Go, live your dreams. But as soon as we reach adulthood, we start to lose our joy in the simple act of living. We start following the rules. We start doing what society tells us we should be doing. Now imagine that child is you. Are you still confident that you are living and not just existing?
Absolutely. Do you remember how we were all when we were children? If you can, take a moment and reflect. Over there, everything was possible. We dreamed and dreamed fearlessly and freely. And the funny part is that what we thought as children is actually the truth, something which we forget as we grow up. Everything is still possible. The life of our dreams, our best life we dream of. As we grow up, we forget the charm our little selves sprinkled on us, and we chose to exist. Also, existing can best be thought of as living on autopilot. You simply go through each day after day, following the prescribed path of things you have to do without any thought as to your dreams or what you want to do. What do you think about this, Siona? Do you think that as we grow up, we lose that wonder and magic?
Personally, I feel like in some manner we do lose our childlike self while we deal with these 20-year-old adult issues. We often forget that life is more than just being busy. Humans weren't made to sit at a desk for 9 to 5, to come home every night to watch Netflix, to explore the world for 2 weeks out of a year, to have zero creativity, to have every single aspiration beaten out of them, and to overdose brains with trash dopamine.
Yeah, like we spoke in our first episode, change is very frightening. As adults, even more, because we now know that there are consequences to our actions. But here's the thing, we need to show up for ourselves, and that is a crazy, courageous move to make.
Exactly. And I would love to quote Rumi on this. He says, everything we need is within us, all our dreams and all our courage, which shows us ways to go till there. We don't create the meaning of life, we discover it. Life is what occurs around us, within us, and to us. We only have to lend our eyes and ears and be attentive. When we start observing more, we start learning more, and that leads us to discover what truly matters in this life on earth. To find your purpose, look no more because it's right here, right now. That being said, I agree that it's not easy to change overnight. We have to unlearn many patterns. One of the things which often separates someone who is living from someone who is existing is control. Externally, this means being controlled by society or peers, allowing what other people think of you and what you do to influence your actions. Internally, this means being controlled by your emotions, especially fear or your ego. In order to take back control from these external and internal factors, there are several things you can do. The first being asking yourself why. Why are you doing this? Why are you feeling this way? Be honest with yourself.
The second is learn when to say no. Do you really want to go out for drinks to network with colleagues? Would you rather have a night to yourself working on your hobby or dream? Don't always do things because you have to. Check if you want to. Learn when to say no.
The third being find what makes you happy. Get to know yourself a little better. What makes you happy? Even if you don't know specific activities, remember that you are living and alive, and that is a wonderful thing. Learn to find a joy in the little things and the things you already have.
The next one is to get some perspective. It can be hard to know what you need to change from inside, the same rut that you've been existing in. Get away from it all. Don't holiday for escapism. Go out and get some perspective. Think and consider.
And the last being find a purpose. However, you choose to go about getting some perspective, the next step is to find a purpose. A purpose will get you out of bed in the morning better than any alarm clock. Remember, getting money to pay the bills is an existence, it's not a purpose. So, after all the conversation, let me ask you, what is life, Jenny?
Okay, oh my god. That's a very philosophical question. And not like we totally rehearsed this, but life is being alive.
Exactly. We are beings filled with a life, loving, indestructible, fulfilling energy. So go make use of this beautiful energy within you. We wish you all the luck on your journey. We had a truly fulfilling conversation. But that's it for today. We will meet you next week with a brand new episode. So stay tuned. Until then, this was Siona.
And this was Jennifer.
Mystic Dummies signing off.